little bit tired, so we'll have to watch their bench management in this game.
Sweden, their top line will go to work here on the opening face-off. Edith Danielson, we just saw her. One to watch here in the yellow and blue as puck drop is underway here on day 3 of the U18s. Early on the ice, Krakova playing with Bratislava in the WHL this year. Tries to feed it up. Feed it to the near side boards as Pushinova picks it up. Pushinova looking, centering pass. Krakova to the far side. Slovakia with a lane shot. Rebound, Pushinova, and she scores! Nella Pushinova, she's back and she's on the board.
Well, she does it. She had her opportunities against the Americans, and she looked frustrated, and she was putting her stick in the air. She wanted this puck back. You may not see it in your screen. Kakarova goes down to the half wall, and she was actually saying, give it to me, but on the rebound, she pounces. She's a lefty on her offside, so her forehand is facing the middle of the ice. She sees a little bit of a tap. She pounces down, and it's on her stick, and it is off her stick. She recognized that Lundstrom was still on one side of the ice, so there's no handle there, and she puts it in the twine.
Her first goal of the tournament, quite hit on net. Ronio, pass to Svensson. Another play, Helene calling for it. She gets a shot and she scores. Mira Helene has tied it up at 1.
Well, this is just a beautiful play. I mean, this is puck movement and just precision passing, making sure that it is right on the tape. They're working one side of the ice. They pop it down. They hit the other side. So now all of your defenders are on one side of the ice, and then down to Helene, who's in that bumper spot. She pops down a little bit lower to be able to get that puck because it is actually a 2-on-1 down low. And that's why you have a bumper. You see Lowenheim, and what she does is she acts as a decoy, right? So the defender bumps up to cover her.
Helene just parking herself net front. Svensson, another look. She'll shoot. Denarova will make the stop, but it's loose. Svensson pulls back. Cross-ice play. Head feast. Another chance in front. Helene, the tip in front. And Sweden, again on the power play. They'll take a 2-1 lead.
Well, Helene is going to be set up shop in the exact same spot that she was set up on her first power play goal, and it's going to come off back door, and it's getting good puck movement, tons of options. You got Lowenheim as well there, and Headfeast, just the master distributor today, and she looks back door, and this is all because the Slovaks chased outside of the dots originally, so they were really outnumbered down low as their high forward chased outside the dots, and then they weren't able to get back, and there it is again. Just not being aware of that back door and what the biggest threat is. And Mira Helene just sneaking in behind coverage as everyone else's puck focus.
Bakova, turnover, that'll be a penalty. Sweden's gonna go back to the power play as they hold on with control. Hilda Svensson taking a look. Svensson feeds it back down to give and go. Svensson, she shoots, she scores! What an opportunity, a little give and go. And Sweden makes this a 3-1 game.
Well, all this pressure, I mean, there was a delayed penalty anyways. It was a stick penalty. It's going to be hooking on Krakarova as Lowenheim came through the middle of the ice. She cuts to the middle, and you can see just right there, the reach in and the trip uses her stick, but this possession there you get to maintain. And again, it's just saying, listen, we're going to attack now. Why wait for a player to go to the box? And again, that was what we're seeing. It's that give and go cycle and playing that puck down below the goal line, get your feet moving, and you can see Hellman net front as well. So now all of a sudden, she's got to be honored. So that defender holds back for her.
Icing has been called off. Holdstrom looking for the up ice play. Turnover, Blichova, the captain, back out on the ice, looking for the centering pass, backhand shot, and she scores! Slovakia is on the board. Krakosova with her first of the tournament.
Well, this is going to come off of a turnover, and it's just pouncing on the retrieval, and it's going to come off of Holmstrom. She's got one hand on her stick coming up the ice, but she's got back pressure right here, and then all of a sudden recognizing that back pressure is Bichkova, who just says, you know what, I'm going to take that puck, and she does a little spin off to be able to evade her check to create her own lane, and the puck comes to Karkasova. And again, there it is, the turnover. She's going to come, shield, spin, and coming through at the right time is Karkasova, who is leading that back pressure for that turnover, and you can see just getting available and corrals the puck on the backhand and slides it through. So it's a huge goal, and we talked about number 19 for Slovakia.
Pulls it to the outside. Now up by Totova. Goes to the outside. Emma Totova with a lane shot. She scores! Emma Totova has tied this game at 3.
Well, that's 2 goals on 3 shots this period, and we talk about being opportunistic. When your goaltender can keep you in a game, now all of a sudden you got some punch. And look at this. She's got the outside drive. She shields and she cuts back in. You can see that she's got her left foot out, just trying to evade Rebecca Holmstrom, who's trying to get back in just a little bit too late on the turn, the shield, and then going back to the side as you can see Lundstrom starts to push across. And that is unbelievable to get the equalizer under these circumstances. And that
won't be enough. Great try by Wilmy Bjorgreed. Johansson through traffic, trying to get the shot off. Rebound chance, and she scores. A rebound was available, and she took it. Anna Brinkle makes this a 4-3 game for Sweden.
Also, it's going to be their 4th line that's going to get it done here to get the go-ahead. And it all comes off of just sagging coverage. You got to make sure that you really contest the blue line, because this is a gifted team in Sweden's offense. They can carry the puck. Johansson, you can see the entry here, and you know, look at everyone kind of sagging back, sagging into Deb Nerova. And anytime you're sagging, you're also causing your own screen. So no Swedish defender net front, but guess what? It doesn't matter. And Deb Nerova drops down, and it's a nice shot by Branko.
Feeds it ahead, Svensson taking her time. Edvist, Macaronio, outside shot, lands, and she scores! Off a skate in front in Sweden, a 2-goal lead.
But we saw it with the Americans, and they did score in bunches in the 3rd period. And again, it's Branko's line, and again, it's this all comes off of the rush again. They had numbers and they needed to pressure, and they didn't, and they allowed that entry. So Raunio's going to put it to net, and there's the redirect, and it just hits one stick, and I think it bobbles. It may even go off of Tomaskova as well. It does.
Yeah.
So it actually hit Branko's stick and then goes off Tomaskova's skate. I believe it was her left skate, redirects into the net, and Debranova was
takes the body. Helene trying to win this puck battle. Mira Helene to center. Hellman has a lane. She'll shoot and she'll score. The empty netter for Ella Hellman. A 3-goal lead now for Sweden. Ella Hellman with her first of the tournament. A nice little empty net goal.
Yes, and it's coming on the board battle. You got to win the board battle, and you can't just lift the stick. You got to use the body a little bit. You got to go at. You can't back up, go at her, take away the angle to put it in the 4x6, but avoid any potential suspension here with under 3 left.
As that will do it, and Hilda Svensson, a very strong performance. She walks away with 5 points for a tournament lead now of 8 total, and Lundstrom gets her first win here.